Thank you for tuning in to the GoMoneyGrow podcast, where together we find the best ways to grow your money, your mind, and your body. I'm really excited for today's episode. We have one of our good friends, Tucker Livermore.
What's up, guys?
How long has it been that when was it that you started getting really into fitness or changing the way that you look, like your body?
I would have to say probably my senior year.
Your senior year?
I would
really?
I would have to do, like, for sports and stuff, I was always doing, like, strength stuff, but when I really wanted to, like, change my body was probably my senior year of high school.
Like when you got serious about it? I got you.
Okay, before we get started and start talking about conversation, do you just want to do a little bit of an introduction, like how old you are, kind of what you're doing in your career life right now? Just like a little introduction about yourself.
Yeah, all right. So everybody knows. So my name's Tucker Livermore. I'm 19. I play college baseball at Seward County Community College. I'm a sophomore. I really want to get into the business side. I've talked to Corbin a lot about stocks and being a broker and all of that. And so I'm working on that. It's taken a lot of time because it's going to be the one thing, so I don't have to go to college because I'm not good at school. But I do that, and on the side of baseball, I'm a big on aesthetics and like an influencer for like TikTok and just bodybuilding, all that. I really just like to have a good body, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
So what was it that really got you in the gym?
Like what made you want to get in the gym?
if I'm being brutally honest, it was probably me just because I got bullied a lot for being super skinny. And I feel like that's a big thing for everybody, but nobody really does much about it. But when I was younger, I got picked on a lot for being super small. And I was like, dude, I just wasn't a fan of it, so I decided to change that.
Yeah, that's exactly how I was, just being made fun of for, like I used to be called, Mini Man Beast, and like having tumors in my muscles and stuff, and that was just not the vibe, and then trauma and stuff, you know.
Well, I don't think it was like people called you Mini Man Beast just because you're short.
Yeah, true.
Your muscles have always been just shredded.
Yeah.
Like if he flexes, I don't know if you can zoom in on one of him.
Dude, I just got good genetics,
you can
bro.
physically see the different muscles on his biceps.
Yeah.
It might just be because he is super low body fat, but
yeah.
I remember when I was growing up, I never really got bullied because I hate saying this, but I was like the jock in high school. So I don't know. I got along with everybody. So I remember being younger. I don't even remember how old I was. Junior high, probably seventh or eighth grade. And Kale had bigger muscles than me, and he's 3 years younger than me. I remember specifically my cousins making fun of me, saying, "Oh, you have girl muscles, girl arms, and stuff like that." Because I did. I had little baby girl arms, and so whenever I graduated, what got me started was I accepted the fact that I'm short and that I'm probably not going to grow any more than I already am. So I was like, well, if I can't grow taller, I can grow wider.
That's exactly what I say. If I can't get taller, I got to get bigger.
Exactly. And I was doing modeling at the time, so that's why I really started getting into
getting a better body.
That's a good way to do it. See, that was my thing too, was I was getting bigger, and then my little brother, because it's the same thing with you, my brother he's up like 8 pounds on me right now. And he's like 6'1". Oh my God. He put up 30 in a few months, and I got back to being the little bro. So now I get to live in his shadow, literally.
Yeah. Dude, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I'm not necessarily living in his shadow because I'm still taller than him, but he bench presses more than me. we did bench today. We went to the gym. We hit a chest day. We really didn't do a whole lot because we had to go Christmas shopping. But we did chest decline and a little bit of incline. And we did chest, and we're starting a whole new, fitness routine, fitness regimen that we're doing. Yeah. So we're tracking each sets and reps that we're doing. And
specifically for bulking.
Yeah,
just specifically
for bulking. And so I did like 185 for like 6, and so you move up in weight because our rep range is 3 to 5. So
3 to 5.
Just moving up. But I don't know, what'd you hit?
I did 205. Just 205 with 4 sets, and then after that you would bump it up 5 pounds. If I did six reps, then you would bump it up 5 pounds, see how much you can do, and then once you get to like 5 reps, and that's where you stop.
I feel like it's always good to change your workouts. Like I do like progressive overloads, so it's like you do a certain rep range, so you go between 6 to 8, but you pick a weight where you can only get 8, but you cannot get 9. and you always
That's kind of what it is.
That's how you always do it, and then you always go up in weight because that next so you go 3 sets of 6 to 8.
Yeah.
But your first set you're gonna get 8. Your next set your goal is to get 7, and then that
Gotcha.
third set is 6. And you do that until once you surpass like that weight and you can get up to like 10, you're gonna go back down to 8. So you're just gonna continue go. You're just gonna go up in weight until you get back down to 8.
I got you.
And that's just overloading it because that's the only way to grow. And then you also have like your volume, where it's like 10 to 12. But there's certain things you do. Like I talked to a friend about like it's not necessarily like your workouts, but there's always a good way to like kind of go skinnier and also just add fat.
Exactly.
That's one of the things I wanted to ask you. So what do you think is like the ideal rep range for bulking?
Ideal rep range to me is 6 to 8.
6 to 8, 3 to 5.
See, I've always heard 3 to 5 if you're trying to bulk and or not necessarily bulk, but put on as much strength as possible.
True.
The thing, and again, like that's another one is that you can't. Like it's not necessarily like the workouts you do. Like you can put on mass with volume with the 10 to 12, 6 to 8, 3 to 5. But I always do 6 to 8 just because it's always just been more beneficial for me. When I do 3 to 5. I feel like I'm not getting a whole lot because I'll do like 3 because when I do 3, like I do maxes as 3.
Exactly.
Like 3 rep maxes.
Okay.
But it's always like if you go 6 to 8, it's just a generic bulking, just what you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it all kind of just depends on how fast you go too, And that also with bulking, it's also your rest days. Like me, which I learned is I was going 7 days a week, and I realized that's why I was so lean.
Yeah.
And I was like. And he goes, you're gonna have to slow down. I was like, you mean like I'm gonna have to stop going to the gym sometimes? He goes, dude, like
at
2
least
to 3 times.
at least a day off. Like that's really all you need, just a day.
See, I'm gonna have to completely disagree. I'm gonna have to completely disagree. And
your body needs rest, bro.
I
has to grow.
understand that. I understand that. Like scientifically, I understand that your body needs rest and it needs at least 8 hours of sleep, ideally for muscle recovery and muscle growth.
Right.
The biggest that I have ever got, right now I weigh like 135 pounds. The most that I ever got up to was 149. I could never break 150.
Gosh.
So, and whenever I was up at that weight, my gym routine was I'd get up, I'd go work out at 5 in the morning. I would hit like 2 muscle groups like chest and triceps.
Yeah.
And then I'd go home, I'd eat, and I'd go back to the gym at 3. And I'd hit another muscle group, like back and by. I was going to the gym. I was doing 2 days. I was going to the gym 2 times a day, 7 days a week, and I did that for about a month. And I put on like 10 or 15 pounds in that 1 month that I was doing that. But I noticed that as soon as I stopped doing that, I lost the weight dramatically.
See, but that's the thing too. There's there's different things. So first, like I'm gonna start off with like the food wise. So whenever you hit a peak of a certain amount of weight, you gotta like whenever you track calories, like and this goes with. So me and my brother do two separate things. I train for like aesthetics. Cutter trains for strength. Cutter lifts more than me, but I look better.
Sure.
And that's his thing. But the thing is with that, like whenever you hit a certain peak in weight, like I hit 155, and I was stuck there for months. But what I did when I realized is when I was tracking calories, I was staying at the exact same. I would burn like 3,000, and I'd only eat 3,000 like in 100, like an extra 100. But you have to, once you hit a peak, the only way to grow is by adding another like 300 or 400 calories. So it's an extra whole meal that you have to add.
Do you know your base metabolic rate?
No, I do not. I don't even know how to track that.
It's
just like a calculator online.
See, it's really interesting that you don't track that because I'm going to ask you, so what do you think is the most important factor when it comes to either gaining or losing weight?
It's eating.
It's
Your
eating.
diet.
It's eating, yeah. And I mean, that goes, but you got to think about that too. That goes for everybody's. The reason I don't is I go because I have a higher metabolism. So it would be good for Cutter. If Cutter wants to be ascetic, he needs to track. Well, like when I'm in a bulking phase, I just eat. My goal is to eat every hour. And
Every hour?
like every hour or two.
Okay.
Because and I mean, just with a higher, like you train yourself to do it, but like even in sports, you get hungry all the time, and when I'm home, I'm always hungry.
Exactly.
But it's just
What I know is I usually just eat like a dog, chicken and rice, just for bulking. Every day, eat like a dog.
I did that.
that's a good thing. But that's the thing too. So there's a difference. Like there's a dirty bulk and there's a clean bulk. But if there's not really if you have a higher metabolism, there is no such thing as a dirty bulk, in my opinion. Because I eat so
That is
much
true.
and I still have abs and I'm
Mhm.
still super lean and I'm still going up in weight. Like
Yeah.
I'm already up to 170 now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
totally agree with that.
I never even thought about that. If you have a
Mhm.
super high metabolism, I guess they're
You can eat anything you
yeah,
want.
you
Mhm.
really can.
It won't affect you. It's almost impossible. I mean, you'll gain fat, but you're going to get to that point where if you burn so much, you're instantly going to turn it to muscle
Exactly.
after a little bit.
So for the people that are maybe not like us, all three of us have very fast
Metabolism.
metabolisms. Like I've always had abs. Obviously, I've grown them since then, so they look a lot better than just flat things. But I've always been super skinny. And so for the people that are the body type, what am I thinking of? Skinny fat, maybe? Or just people that have more body fat on them, what do you think is their ideal course of action whenever they're starting out in the gym?
If they're like more fat on them, like kind of just like heavier weight, the only thing I would say is just diet. Like the thing for cutting, the main thing for cutting is ground turkey and rice. It's 98% lean. It's just the leanest food you can get. The more foods you can eat that don't have like any fat in them is going to help you.
Yeah.
And it has ground turkey for me it's 98% lean and also has 21 grams of protein. That's all it is. And you just repeat that. Like, it sucks, but you got to repeat it.
See, I've always heard, there's a bunch of people that I've heard talking about ground turkey. We've never
had
turkey.
ground
It doesn't
turkey.
taste good.
It
It doesn't have a taste. I
Really?
threw about 8 or 9 different spices in one time. I was at Tate's house cooking after a baseball game, and we threw like 9 or 10 spices in. I was like, dude, it looks good. Like, you can see all the spices, but you eat it and it tastes like nothing. I mean, it's easy to get down though. Like, it is easy to get down, but it tastes like nothing.
See, that's weird. Do you eat turkey bacon? Have you ever had turkey bacon?
I have had turkey bacon.
Turkey bacon slaps. That shit's so fucking good.
No, I'm still
Any
going
kind of bacon
Applewood
slaps.
bacon. Applewood smoked bacon.
Yeah.
100%.
Because I know you're currently on a bulk right now, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do you typically eat for breakfast? I know that you
Breakfast-
talked about eggs. Like,
you
many eggs,
know what I
bro.
eat for breakfast.
Yeah.
You watched me eat my
Dude,
breakfast
you
when we were
ate-
at
oh my
Ruidoso.
gosh.
So when I bulk, I have to retrain my stomach. So I start with 8 or 9 eggs in the mornings. And God, dude, and like if I have bacon, like 8 pieces of bacon. But like day after day, I went from 8 to 9 to 10. And I try to get up to 12.
That's insane, bro.
It's expensive.
I bet, yeah.
Like we have at my fridge at home, we have 4 cartons of milk or eggs right now.
Really?
Yeah, me and Cutter eat a lot. Cutter will eat Cutter eats eggs, he'll probably eat 6, and if I eat eggs, it's like 8 or 9. But between 8 to 12 eggs, you want to work your way up to 12, because whenever you work, so if you eat it, like if you stay at 8 and you get to that point where like you're like absolutely stuffed, that's good. But if you eat like 8 eggs again and you're like, damn, I could eat more, that means so all it is you're growing your stomach.
Yeah.
You're getting used to it, and you continuously up like literally just add an egg. Like,
Yeah.
just add
Just
one
up
more.
the volume. Mhm.
Yeah, you just add more food. And
See, I couldn't even imagine eating that many eggs right now.
Yeah, just-
But so one of the things we were gonna ask, so is that like your typical breakfast? It's just like a bunch of protein and eggs in the morning?
at school is different. Like at home, I eat 8 eggs, 8 to 12, and then I have like bacon and then just sausage. But not necessarily. It's not like healthy sausage. It's just sausage.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't eat like when I'm bulking. I stay away from lean foods as much as possible, and because we don't really have to. But if you stay away from it's just sausage and eggs. Like, it doesn't have to be much. But your breakfast is like an oatmeal. Oatmeal's good in the morning because it
Almost,
just
yeah.
sticks to you so much better.
I bet I have something that's better.
If you say tuna,
Let me
I'm
ask
gonna
you.
be so upset.
Do you know how many calories are in a bagel with cream cheese on it?
That's just not a lot of food, though.
But it's a lot
based
of
on calories,
bro.
Okay, so there's an average.
I was questioning why you were just eating that. I was like, is that even filling?
Mm-hmm.
Is it really?
Bagels, yeah.
There's 500 calories in a bagel with cream cheese. There are approximately 4 calories. No, not 4 calories. There's 4 grams of protein in every egg. I can't think off the top of my head how many calories are in an egg.
It's like 57. I have a whole.
57 calories.
I
in
have
an
a
egg?
full. Like, my journal I have.
I can't think of it in my head. Do y'all know how many calories are in like a single egg? Look it up real
Yeah,
quick.
just look it
Dude,
up.
I wrote it down. I have a full journal of 5 pages of every single food.
Is it
60
60?
calories? 16?
Oh, see, I was
60.
close.
Is it 60?
57.
58.
58. 78.
78 calories in one egg?
Okay. See, I
That's not
didn't know
bad.
there was that many calories in
Yeah,
the
now
egg.
just times that by like 8 or 9 eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So what did that be, like 800? No.
Oh my
Dude, I can't
gosh.
do math. I don't.
No, like okay, so like I wrote like my one way of making like when I cut, I meal plan, like I meal prep. So I have this little journal. It's like this big, and one day after school, I just wrote. I looked everything up. So I have calories, carbs, fats, and proteins, and every food. I have steak, chicken, all the fish you need to eat, and I have a list of from like the highest protein to lowest, and just most beneficial to like least beneficial. And all you
Bro, I'm
do
gonna have
is
to cop that from you, bro.
No, I'm curious on that
Yeah.
list. What is like the most beneficial source of protein?
depends. Like I mean, it goes
Exactly.
depends. It goes, but there's fish. Fish is either gonna be tuna or salmon. Chicken, there's like it's chicken breast. Steak is it was actually a New York strip. It has everything.
I can see that.
And then like other artificial things were like yogurts, peanut butter, eggs,
Mm-hmm.
just all the additional stuff. But those are like the main ones.
Yeah.
But everything's different because you got to combine different things like for what you want. Like certain things have different amount of fat, but it has more protein.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Other things have less fat, but yet more protein.
Yeah.
So it just kind of depends on what you want and how you got to combine it.
Do you know who
Yeah.
Alex Hormozy is?
I do not.
He's a big businessman. He started his business journey doing like building himself. He was a bodybuilder for a while, and then his business turned into him like flipping gyms and stuff. Super successful. He does like $150 million a year, some shit like that. But so what me and Kale are trying right now is his diet plan for bulking. And so basically what it is so I'm 135. Say I want to get to 150, right? So I need to eat my goal body weight in grams of protein a day. So right now I'm trying to eat 150 grams of protein a day, but you have to get that source of protein from lean meat, whether it be steak, chicken, salmon, tilapia, tuna. It has to be from lean meat. If
Ground
you-
turkey.
So you're lean bulking.
Well, here's the kicker.
Okay.
So my base metabolic rate is about 1,400. My goal is about 3,200 a day is what I need to be eating.
Yeah.
Based on my meat protein, my lean meat protein that I have to eat, that comes out to like 700 calories, okay? As long as I get my base protein from lean meat, those 780 calories, I can eat whatever else I want as long as it fills the rest of
Yeah,
those calories.
exactly.
As long as you get the protein source from a lean meat protein, you can eat anything else that you want as long as you can fill those calories. That's what we're trying now.
Yeah.
See, I like that. And
Because
there's
then you
just-
don't have to worry about, oh, I got to eat this many carbs, I got to eat this many fats. Because it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the most important thing whenever it comes to going to the gym is calories.
Calories and
are
protein,
Are you
yeah.
eating more calories? Are you eating less calories? If you're eating more, then you're going to gain weight. If you're eating less,
You're gonna
you're
lose
going to
weight.
lose weight.
See, I focus on carbs.
You focus on
I'm
carbs.
big on carbs.
Really?
I'm big
I-
on carbs.
I
Carbs
used to
are
focus on carbs.
massive. Carbs help you so much with gaining weight. It's insane. Like pasta.
You said pasta, yeah. I was
the
about
chicken,
to
the chicken Alfredos from like Domino's, for example, you get 3 of those, and your weight, if you eat that every day, your weight will go up so much. And it's like because you burn your calories, but you want the carbs. You eat the carbs to stay, because you use the calories to burn.
Right.
And I mean, like that, and like again,
But is
like-
it going to store it as more fat, or does it go to your muscle?
And again, that depends on your like metabolism. Because
Yeah,
for me,
exactly.
I can eat carbs, gain weight, and still stay lean. And and like that, because there's dirty bulking, there's clean bulking, there's lean bulking. There's just everything's different. It also depends on what you eat, but you also have to combine that with how your body takes that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like if Cutter were to eat what I was eating, it would take him a lot longer. Like he would get lean. Like he'd go down. Like Cutter rocks 9% body fat.
Yeah.
I went from 5 to 3.
Yeah.
But I want to go down
Golly.
to like 1. But but that's the thing is like you can change everything. Like I can change. So what I want to do is I want to up protein, stay away from carbs, fats, and then stay on I don't know. So it's like okay, so protein and then stay away from fats and just leaner foods. Because
Okay.
what it's gonna do is gonna replace. It's just gonna replace. Like I can look like this at 3% body fat.
Yeah.
But if I eat lean and stay away from all the carbs, I can be bigger, and also just have like I can be more vascular. You can change everything.
Yeah.
Like I can look leaner than 3%.
I gotta ask you something. So about your body fat. So the most lean that I ever was about 4%. That's the leanest that I ever got. And whenever I was below 5%, I noticed myself, I was very aggressive. Like I noticed myself, I would get very agitated at the smallest things. Something that wouldn't normally piss me off. I can't even give an example right now. And so I'm just curious, have you noticed something like that happening to you since you're in such a low body fat percentage?
No, the lowest I've ever been is 1.5.
1.5%.
1.5 was last summer.
Wow.
That's insane.
I was lean because I
Is that
put-
not dangerous?
I've heard
No,
it's
I
kind
mean,
of
see,
unhealthy, but
I mean, I get it. It can be unhealthy, but if you do it a bad way, like if you starve yourself and you're at 1.5% body fat, yeah, you're
exactly,
gonna notice
it's gonna
like
be unhealthy.
Would, just the mic whenever you're looking at him. Just,
But it's like okay, so like there's a difference between whenever like if you're at 1.5 but you starve yourself,
Yeah.
it's not good.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you can eat like again that comes with the food. You eat the super lean foods. Like I've always been below 5 and I've never had an issue. But even at 1, but I did it the right way. So I never had an issue with like anger or feeling unhealthy.
Not like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe it was just my
It's probably
personality.
just
Maybe
you,
I
yeah.
wasn't eating right. Maybe I wasn't taking that into consideration.
I've
I
heard
wasn't
that, though.
starving myself by any means, but I don't know what it was that made me angry. So we always talk about like bulking and cutting, right? Because that's our body types. That's what we're trying to do. I feel like it's a lot different conversation whenever you have somebody like the majority of America that's obese,
Exactly.
and they're trying to lose weight and get down to a certain percentage. Yeah, they want to look good too, but their primary goal is to lose body fat and lose some weight.
Yeah.
What would you recommend them doing starting out in the gym?
Honestly, that's nothing. I'd say it's lighter weight. So the first thing, if you're ever going to the gym and you're like super like, you're a heavier person and you just getting to the gym, the first thing I would say is form, because that's going to come with weight and everything. But it's like, you're going to start at a lighter weight. I can't speak either. Like a lighter weight, and you're just going to work on form. Because once you start getting form down, you're going to slowly start to realize that weight's going to come.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, that just goes again, you eat healthy, and then you just, in the gym, you just work on form and just everything else and just lighter weights. And it'll start to come, and it'll become habits to the point where you can just kind of start upping weight and getting back
Yeah,
into
exactly.
everything.
And definitely cardio.
Yeah.
Just a lot of
Oh,
cardio.
yeah, cardio. I didn't even think about that.
So what's the best source of cardio?
Best for cardio? Just get on.
I'll
What do
tell-
you mean
I'll tell
best
you-
source of cardio?
Treadmill.
Treadmill,
What-
bro. Staircase.
It's the Stairmasters, like treadmills, or even like CrossFit. CrossFit's good.
CrossFit's tough.
It
I
is
don't
tough.
like CrossFit. I'm not a fan of CrossFit.
Neither am I.
Mm-mm.
But it's also, you can incorporate like CrossFit movements into your like workouts, or you don't even, if you want to like, if you're like heavier and you want to kind of get leaner, you don't even have to lift weights. If you start doing like CrossFits or more intense like workouts, like you can involve like bars and squats and everything. But if you do more strength and intense workouts, and you even like box jumps and jump ropes and the treadmill and the Stairmaster, like that's a good way to get down. But that also like gives you muscle, because you're also not burning your own muscle. You have so much fat on you that you're going to burn that fat, and you're just starting to replace it with muscle. So
Yeah.
weights aren't necessarily needed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
If I was giving my piece of advice for somebody that is obese, they've never gone to the gym before, and they want to start losing weight. If you've never gone to the gym before, I say go to the gym and walk on the treadmill. Just walk on the treadmill for
Exactly.
like 15 minutes. Just
Do it every day though. Like a lot of people, they're like, hey, I'm gonna go to the gym, but oh man, I have to stay like an hour. You don't have to do that. I saw this thing on TikTok. It's like, go to the gym for 5 minutes, walk on the treadmill. Next day, do it for 10 minutes. Just keep it consistent, and then you'll be going, and then you bump it up, and you're like, okay, I can do this for 30 minutes.
I like that.
Just keep it consistent. Start consistent, you know?
Well, see, the issue that a lot of people have is they do not see themselves as somebody that goes to the gym. They don't identify as somebody that goes to the gym because they've never gone before. So something I saw is you don't even have to go to the gym and work out, or you do, but to shift that identity in your mind that you're a person that goes to the gym and works out, all you have to do is start getting up at the same time every day, going to the gym, walking on the treadmill for 5 minutes, and then leave. You don't have to do a lot. We're not trying to train your body yet. Right now, we're still trying to train your mind, so it identifies itself as somebody that is going to the gym.
Exactly.
And once you identify yourself as, I'm somebody who goes to the gym, then it motivates you so much more to start learning more about the gym and different workouts to do and different things that you can do.
That's the hardest thing. It's just a mindset. Like
It
you
is.
just have to train yourself to be one able to go. But you get to that point though, is everybody gives up after like a week or two. Because everybody's like, I didn't see any results. I don't know why I'm still doing it. But like I like your idea where you kind of just go in there for 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
And
go next day.
progressively start doing it. And because that's gonna train your mind to go do it. And it's also just gonna kind of create a habit. But once the first time you see your first result, like even that just stepping on a scale or seeing it in a mirror, it's just when I had that happen, I fell in love with the gym.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love that.
When
I
you
love
saw
that
those
result.
results.
And I never went back. But now I've gotten to that point where I can't leave the
Yeah.
gym. Like I hate rest days, dude. They suck.
Yeah, they
Exactly.
do.
Hate them.
Do you track your progress in any certain type of way, or is it something where you just like step on a scale and see where you are?
Yeah.
I do both. I do scale stuff. I write down my weight, but I'm not horrible worried about that because everybody's worried about the scale. I kind of do like I get on my phone and I do like pictures, but I do the same poses and like the same everything, and I do them like 2-3 weeks. Like even after 2 weeks, like I don't see much change, but you can see a little.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it's just if you take like pictures in the same place and do the same poses, that's like the best way to track it, to like visually see. Because I had a friend tell me he went down to Florida and won like the Olympia.
Really?
Yeah. And so I showed him all my pictures. He's like, dude, you got to try this. And I was like, okay. So I started doing it for a while. I went up to him that next time and I was like, dude, that's a better way to see
Right?
like your progress.
Just
Are
taking
you talking?
pictures.
Are you talking like daily pictures?
That's personal preference. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you can make a time lapse, dude. You
Yeah,
could do
true.
if you take a picture the exact same way, maybe even the same place, you could do a time lapse of that. And like if you do a picture every day and then just like give it like a month.
Yeah.
And then just do like a quick really quick video of all the same pictures. I mean, I guess that's a good way you can see it.
It'd be super cool. Like I've seen those on
I've seen
TikTok,
them.
on Instagram. Like it's really cool to see. But you mentioned like people start going to the gym and then they stop after a week because they don't see results. So my recommendation for somebody that's going through that, for somebody that goes to the gym for a week and stops because they don't see results, I recommend you commit to going to the gym for a month. I recommend you commit to going to the gym for a month and then do not look at yourself in the mirror for that entire month. You can take a picture at the beginning of the month and see where you are, and then every time you go to the gym, wear a hoodie. Every time you take a shower, just try not to look at yourself. And then at the end of that month, take your shirt off, look at yourself in the mirror, and you'll be able to visibly see how much you had changed from that first time. Because something I'm sure all three of us suffer with is body dysmorphia. Whenever you look at yourself every single day in a mirror, you do not see the change that everybody else sees.
No, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I hate that. You look at yourself and you think you'd look the exact same.
Exactly.
I hate that. Never, ever believe yourself. Never.
Exactly.
I always ask for other people's opinions. Like, even, like, I know it sounds like a big ego, but you personally, like, you will never see change. Your mind has been so stuck on what you looked like in the beginning and what you looked like before you started that you will never see anything different. You know, there's certain things maybe that stick out to you, but when I have other people, they're like, you look big. And I'm like, no, I don't. No, I don't. I look the exact same as when I started. And I always tell people that, and they're like, no. I was like, yes.
But that might just be us because we've always been the skinny body type trying to build muscle.
Yeah.
For somebody that weighs 225 pounds and they lose 25, 30 pounds of fat, I'm sure that they see the difference, and I'm sure that's motivating as hell. It might just be the different perspectives.
True.
I would be interested in getting somebody that is coming at it from a different Mark. Like, for
Yeah.
example, like our cameraman, I'm not trying to talk shit on you or anything, but he's more on the overweight side who's trying to come down. Am I right?
Exactly.
Higher.
Here,
into-
actually,
exactly.
Mark,
Yeah.
switch me spots. Mark, I want you to talk on this for a little bit. I'll run camera.
Okay, so it was. You have dumbbells. That's it. It's just a dumbbell workout, and you do push-ups with the dumbbells. I did 25s, and then the next week, so I did the HIIT workout before my workout, and then I
Okay.
did 10 minutes of walk 1 minute, run 2 minutes, walk 1 minute, run 2 minutes, and then I did my actual workout. So what I did is I just did the main 4. I did bench, incline, and squats and deadlift. I did
Okay.
those. I did
Wow.
a solid dose for the first 2 weeks.
So it's a bit of everything almost. Like it's
Yeah.
like you got your CrossFit, you got your like intense workouts, you have your walking,
Exactly.
and you're running.
Yeah.
So
So
what
it's
did
a
you
bit of
do after
everything.
the 2 weeks?
After the 2 weeks,
Yeah.
I kept doing it, but I added, obviously, like after the first 2 weeks, I gained more mass, like
I got you.
more strength.
Okay.
So instead of the 25s, I did 30s.
You just
And then I obviously went up in weight in my squats, bench, everything like that.
okay.
And then instead of doing the 1 and 2 minutes, I did 2 minutes of walking, 5 minutes of running.
Wow.
And then I put a little bit of an incline on it. So I kind of just built
Okay.
up and up and up.
See, he had a plan. Most people don't have
Yeah,
a plan
exactly.
when
Most
they go
people
in
don't
there.
have a plan.
But he
Like-
knew exactly what he was doing and what he
Exactly.
wanted.
But diet-wise, I did. I ate nothing but chicken fried rice.
Chicken
That's all.
fried rice.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I ate.
Did it ever get boring to you? Was it hard to get down it?
I mean,
'Cause I know repetitive things
it's-
hard.
it's all about your mindset. Like if you really want to do it, you're
You're
gonna,
gonna do it. Mhm.
That's true.
Like
Yeah.
it really is truly all about your mindset. Like you got to do what you got to do right now to get what you want.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's like a lot of people go in your ear and like, what are you doing? That's not gonna work. That's if your attitude's right, the facts don't count.
You're right.
Like it's all about your mindset, and like readers are leaders. You got to read.
Mhm.
You know, you just got to get your mind engaged, which would help you with your goal because it makes you feel more motivated. Because like what I was doing is I was reading this book. I forget what book it was, but I was reading a book and I read like 2 chapters, and then I would go to the gym with Kale,
Yeah.
and then
What book was
I'd feel productive. Like I would feel more productive. But yeah.
I like that. And you said you went to
I kind of want his mindset right now.
exactly right.
Like I was never like when I went to the gym, I kind of just go in there to throw around some weights,
Exactly.
but I didn't.
No, but you gotta have a plan first. You know, set a goal of how much weight you want to lose, how
Yeah.
much weight you want to gain.
So you did like before you went to the gym, you did like research on what you wanted to do?
I mean, me and Kale talked about it a lot.
about it.
Yeah, we
you know,
did.
like obviously he wasn't trying to cut. You know, he wasn't trying to. He wasn't in my same shoes, but he still had the knowledge that I kind of bantered with him. And then I
Yeah.
also, you know, it's all about your research too. You just look up YouTube, like look up different things. Obviously, there's gonna somebody saying it's all about who you listen to. Like
Exactly.
somebody says this thing, but somebody says the total opposite. So it's kind of like you got to find who you're gonna listen to, who has done it. You have to find people that actually have done it
Exactly.
in order to do it. You know.
Yep.
Yeah. I like to look for people who've been in the exact same shoes
Yeah.
that I am. Like I look
Right.
for like if I'm in this boat, the only people I would listen to, like if they see change, I look for them to see if they were in the same boat I was.
Yeah, and just
Like if-
study them, like what they
Yeah.
did.
They're like I was super skinny, I got picked on, it was like I couldn't gain weight, I couldn't maintain it, I didn't know what to do. And I was like, this guy. And that guy actually used to be Alex Eubank. Alex Eubank.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Alex Eubank used to be kind of like, pretty skinny, started gaining. He got bigger, he didn't get and fell in love with the gym. But
Yeah.
he's trained for strength and stuff. And then biggest set of guy.
Dude, he's big.
Dude,
Yeah.
he's 175 pounds, but he
He looks good though.
does look really
And
good.
it's also about who you surround yourself with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because if you
Your
surround
environment.
yourself with like more active people that actually go to the gym and actually have the same mindset you do, then it's gonna be a lot easier. But if you're surrounding yourself with the people that do the same thing you were doing, because if you want change in your life, you have to
You have
change
to
things in
change.
your life. Like that's
Exactly.
complete facts. And if the people that enable you to do the things that you don't want to do, you have to get away from that in order to achieve what you want. You have to surround yourself with the people that want the same thing as you. So like
Exactly.
when I was doing that, I was hanging out with. We would
Yeah.
go to the duplex. We would all 4 of us hang
and
out.
talk,
You know? And it was like, that's another motivating drive too. Cause like I was talking to Cade with the real estate stuff. I was talking with you and Corbin about, you know, the aspect of the working out and stuff. And like, it was, I didn't care about the food. Like to me back then, the food was just fuel.
Exactly.
Like the fuel, it was just fuel to make my body go, you know? And like, I wouldn't eat because like, why eat when you haven't done anything yet? You know what I mean? So I would go to the gym fasting. I would do the HIIT cardio. Cause like the HIIT cardio, it was the push-ups. It was, what do you call them? Burpees. It was burpees. You would do
Burpees.
Yep. You would do push-ups with the weights, burpees, and then you would do the step over with a bench, and then you would go into squat lunges, like jumps.
That's what. Yeah.
And then it was all constant. It was like a 5-minute thing, constant, and you would do like 3 reps of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm kind of
like
jumping
that.
around. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Wow.
I've actually never had, like, I've always talked to people who were the exact same way as me, like started skinny and kind of worked their way up. I've never had like an opinion from somebody on the opposite, you know, coming down.
Yeah, of course.
So I kind of like that. I like that view because you get to see exactly what it's like for both sides.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever you were can't talk. Whenever we did that cutting shake, what did it involve? Because I kind of forgot about it.
Okay, so it's Greek yogurt. What was it?
It was Greek
It was
yogurt.
Greek yogurt. We just did the frozen fruits.
Frozen fruits.
It was like a tropical fruit blend that, like, you know, the great value, the cheap shit. But we did that. It was Greek yogurt and then almond milk, and I put creatine in it because I was doing creatine.
That's right.
Do creatine, but with creatine you have to drink a lot of water because creatine holds all your water in it and a lot of water weight, you know. So you have to drink a lot of water so you can flush it all out and flush the toxins out of your body.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
But
creatine did help.
Do you still use that shake?
Do I still?
Yeah.
No.
I saw this thing.
I need to get back onto it.
Yeah.
I saw this thing. There's shit. So whenever there's like a difference. So if you put, it was weird. I don't remember. I gotta remember. So if you eat like a banana by itself, it's like.
I heard about that.
And then,
too.
but you put it like in a blender, it actually has more calories.
Yeah, has more
Changes.
calories and stuff.
I don't understand that. I don't get why that's a thing, but because I was doing shakes and I was putting on weight and I was like, but I started getting tired of them, so I stopped and then I started just eating what was in my shakes rather than putting it in like the blender and everything.
I like eating shake. I like doing shakes rather than eating because it's so much easier than me.
Just down them.
Yeah,
drink
it's
it.
so much easier.
But quick promo. If you want to see the shake that I'm talking about, it's on Kill's fitness page on his TikTok.
I gotta pin it.
Yeah, right.
C_Ruth Hart. I haven't posted in a hot minute. I've lost some ideas, but I'm gonna start doing it again.
I want to
Do
catch
some
up. I
workouts
want to
and
catch up
stuff.
with
We
you
need to do
again.
some workouts. Yes, sir.
Thank
Mark.
you.
Thank you.
Honestly, dude, I'm glad we got that other opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome back.
I'm back.
What do you typically do? Do you like working out in the morning or night?
Night.
Night. Why?
Night, because I feel like when you work out in the morning, you're just all groggy. I feel like I'm not at my full potential.
Well, that's the thing about working out, because whenever you work out in the morning, it gets your day started. You're like, all right.
Yeah, but then
let's
what do you
go
do that
work out,
night?
Get your blood flowing. Get ready for the day.
What do you do at that night though?
At night, I just do a nightly routine. You know,
I
meditate.
feel like I'm a night owl though. I feel like I gotta do stuff at night.
Oh, okay.
I am not a morning person.
Yeah, I got you.
I tried, like I did for school and stuff, but oof. Every time after like I work out and I eat, I'd feel sick.
Yeah.
But I'd rather wake up and eat a bunch of food and then continually have that. Because whenever I wake up and eat a bunch of food, it kind of gets that going for the rest of the day. And then I'm full of food. I'm full of energy. I'm awake. And I have everything at night. And I'm ready for that lift at night.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
But the morning, I do get morning. Morning, I get some people are morning people. Like y'all are morning people. I hate that.
We haven't been
We
lately.
haven't been,
We
no.
haven't been lately.
We started going to the gym in the afternoon.
Yeah,
'cause
or
it's the
in noon,
least-
like
noon.
mid-noon.
Yeah.
Like 12:01 is when we have been going.
It's the least busiest.
There's just something about a noon workout. I just don't like it. It's just.
I don't either. I either like going early in the morning. So used to, I'd go to the gym at 5 in the morning and there wasn't that many people. But something about 2022, people got motivated as fuck. Because now if you go at 5 in the morning, that bitch is packed.
Yeah, dude, because there's guys on TikTok who are just absolutely massive, and they're like, "Oh, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh, there's nobody here."
Hey, props to I'm glad.
Exactly.
I'm glad people are getting more motivated. I'm glad there's more people advancing their lives, their future selves. I'm glad about it, but at the same time, go away. That's my time to work out.
Yeah, I think just completely kind of like off topic, but I love seeing the different people in the gym. Like in the morning,
different times.
You either have that morning person who's like, just kind of they're like contemplating why they're there, and there's also there's like those 2 or 3 people who are just it's 5 o'clock in the morning, they're wide awake, like they just stayed up all night. We're ready for this.
There's a TikTok that has like this. It's like different gym personalities based on what time you go to the gym. I don't know. It had like the 7 to 9 people that go at night is like all the frat guys, high school kids, all those people trying to get better.
That kind of hurts. That kind of hurts a little bit.
I'm not talking shit on anybody. And then it said the noon club was like all the single moms.
People on their lunch breaks.
Yeah, people on their lunch breaks, and then people that go at the 5 in the morning are the people that think they're better than everybody else. Before I start reading off any of these questions, I don't know how many people are listening live, but if you have any questions for anybody and you want us to ask them, feel free to type them in the chat.
Yeah.
One of them is best way to bulk but keep abs diet-wise.
Did we have, I don't know if we, so the question is, what's the best way to bulk but keep your abs? So basically clean bulk, right?
Yeah. You're just gonna so like whenever it's not like cutting, you can eat healthy, but you're gonna eat more healthy food. As long as you get like, imagine you're bulking, like you want to get that amount of calories in, but you're gonna do it by eating like salads, by turkey, by rice, by chicken. If you do that and you're constantly doing abs in the gym, that's the best way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I mean, I think that kind of works.
It really just depends on your body type too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you recommend people take pre-workout?
See, I'm not gonna recommend it. I do. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm an adrenaline junkie though.
Yeah.
I love just almost having heart attacks. Yeah. But once you get in the gym enough, you kind of get to that point where it's like, all right. But like, what do you do if you're tired? Like, I get there's people who are like, who don't take it. And I don't understand that. I don't.
Yeah.
I have to have pre-workout when I go to the gym. I have to be at least on 600-700 milligrams of caffeine.
That's what
my heart better be thumping.
Yeah.
If I'm not having a heart attack, I will drive. Like, if it's like, I'd be like, it's supposed to kick in right now. I'm not feeling it. I'm going to the pack stack, get another bang. I'm taking another scoop.
Yeah.
I've done that. So, if you're trying to like hit PRs and just get like a really, really good workout throughout the day, I recommend you take pre-workout. Yep. But something that I messed up on and what I don't recommend is getting like hooked on it.
Exactly.
So like a good thing is like, I think taking pre-workout maybe for a month and then taking a month or 2 months off of it. So whenever you get back on it, you get that same explosive energy, that same thing. Because now whenever I take pre-workout, like, I don't know what the most pre-workout that anybody is healthily supposed to consume in a day is like 400. Max is like 400. And I glide through my day on 650 milligrams of caffeine.
Through your day?
Yeah.
Like 600 milligrams of caffeine throughout, that's the whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of explains why I can't sleep. But
what are you on a day?
600 is my gym time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I take 650 to go to the gym.
Yeah, and progressively, once I'm done with the gym, it's like another energy drink or 4 throughout the day.
Oh, shit.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, 4's a bit much, like 2 or 3. I mean, it's still a lot, but like I run out of energy so fast. But like that.
Do you think it's because your body's so addicted to it now, and if it doesn't have it in its system, it's kind of feeling something else?
It's rough. Days are rough when I don't take it. Like rest days, I won't move.
Dude.
I'm exhausted. I'll sleep all day. But like the thing with pre-workout is the best way I did it is tolerance break. You only need to take 4 days off. You could take 4 days off pre-workout, and it will hit you like a truck if you take half a scoop.
What pre-workout do you take? I'm curious.
Okay, so I'm a Bucked Up ambassador.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah.
I do all of my stuff from Bucked Up. I get 50% off of everything I buy. And everybody, use a Tuck 44 for Bucked Up if you'll want 20% off of everything. But no, I do that. So I get all my stuff from there, and I do creatine. I do 6-point creatine, so it's got all like the monohydrates and all that. I don't know a whole lot about that yet. I'm working on that. And then it's got like I do like Pump Apocalypse. Pumps just make your pump so much better than I do BAMF. BAMF or Woke. That rocks. Each scoop's 300 milligrams of caffeine. I'm rocking 3 of those usually.
Really?
Just depends. Leg days 3.
Yeah.
Leg days are 3. But if you take, so I say the good thing start like when you take pre-workout, do half a scoop. And once you get to that point where you kind of create a tolerance for it, go up to one full scoop. And I go up to 2 scoops. By the time I hit 2 scoops and I get immune to that, I take a 4-day break.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can go back to half a scoop, and it will hit you like a truck.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Even a half a
Maybe
scoop?
that's what I need to try.
Yeah, we should
Dude,
do
yeah,
it, 'cause-
month. I can't do a month break because I feel like pre-workout isn't needed for me. So I'll take like 2 days off, and I'll go to the gym and just do like abs or something, and then I'll just do like stuff I don't really necessarily need pre-workout for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then that day when I'm ready to get back into that lift, like chest, straight back to pre-workout. I mean,
No.
Have you ever heard of dark energy?
like the pre-workout?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Have you taken it?
I have not taken it
Well, it's illegal now.
because of what was in it.
I don't know what was in it, but I know. Okay, so I bought it at Drug Emporium. I was seeing it all over TikTok, all over Instagram. This is like a year and a half ago, something like that. I bought some of it at Drug Emporium. They do not sell it anywhere now. They took it off the shelves because it is very, very. I don't know what the
Potent.
word is.
It's potent.
Potent.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
on the thing it says not for human consumption, like experimental drug only. And I mean, gym rats like fucking
They're gonna do
They're
it.
gonna take it.
do
They're
it.
gonna-
So I know it has 1 scoop is 400 milligrams of caffeine plus, but the caffeine isn't what was in it. There was some weird focus blend that they had in it that just messed you up. So
after your
I
workout.
took it, and so this is whenever I was already doing like, oh, do they sell it somewhere?
Sold out.
Oh, sold out. Sold out.
I have seen that. See, there was somebody. I had a friend who took. There was a pre-workout. I don't remember what it was. But dark energy sounds like familiar. But there was like a potent level, like bucked up, like the Banff and all of that. Like it gets close to that potent level. Like everything's just below a certain potent level.
Yeah.
But there was one pre-workout. I'll have to ask him about it. But he took it, and then he was playing sports and he got drug tested, and he
it
ended
popped?
up positive.
I've seen that happen. See, I wasn't doing anything that I needed a drug test, but what happened with me is I'm a gym rat guy. I'm the guy, it's like nothing's gonna kill me. So I'll do whatever. So I take 2 scoops of this, right? So 800 milligrams of caffeine. Like nothing, right? Nothing. So I take the caffeine or the pre-workout, I go to the gym, and I can't explain to you how fucked your head is whenever you're in the gym. You are not focused on anything but like yourself. You cannot think about anything. You are 100% totally in the present. You recognize everything. Like it's like you're very hyper aware of everything that is going on around you. I remember hitting the hardest back workout I've ever hit in my entire life. Like, and I'm talking, I wasn't lifting a lot back then, but like I was doing 365 on deadlift. I did like 4 sets of 15, which was insane for me at the time. It was insane for me at the time. And I did not feel it. I did
insane.
not feel it, which is dangerous. It's very dangerous. And so the pump was amazing. I worked out harder, worked out more than I ever had before. So it was great for tearing the muscle. But afterwards was
whenever it was-
like you feel faded. Like I've never done drugs. I've never done coke or anything like that. But it is what I imagine coming off of that would be like. It's so weird. But I don't recommend anybody take dark energy. If you can find it, let me know. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
please.
take it again.
Actually, I'm right there with Corbin on that. I'm
fight.
very curious right now. I want to be able to do like 405 for like 15, and then be able to just feel like groggy after and just go straight to bed. If somebody does find that, please let me know where you got that.
Best
I'm gonna have to switch.
best meditation session I've ever had in my entire life. I took that and then I went
that
home
would
and
be
I
nuts.
meditated for like an hour and a half. I know. Okay, so this is kind of a cool transition. I'm just going to transition here real quick. You're big into meditation, right?
Yeah.
What was it that you found in meditation that made you realize, oh, this is good. This works for me?
I used meditation to be able to go to sleep and just kind of relax because I'm a person who with my ADHD, I overthink a lot and I'm constantly thinking. So when I'm in bed, it takes me an hour and a half to actually fall asleep. Like I can close my eyes for an hour and a half and I won't be able to fall asleep. So I started meditating just to be able to like kind of slow my heart rate down and just kind of have more control over my mind and my body.
Okay.
And so that was kind of like my main reason I did it.
Did you ever
And I got
used
pissed off
to?
real easy.
Yeah. Did you ever used to take ADHD meds?
I did. I used to take Vyvanse, but it takes the only thing I stopped taking it in school. I know. I'm sorry, Mom. Parents hate that, but it takes away like the only side effects was it because what I wanted to do it was like stopping me because it takes away your hunger. So I would eat like with how much I eat now, I would eat maybe a meal a day.
That's it.
That's all I could eat. Anything else I would eat above that I throw up.
Really?
Yeah, because it makes you so full. Like I could eat maybe half a thing of pasta and I just feel sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't take any kind of medication. I don't take Advil. I don't take anything. I had to take some stuff. I got my wisdom teeth out recently, so they made me take drugs for that. But other than that, I don't take Advil. I don't take ibuprofen. I don't take anything.
You don't take melatonin or anything?
No, I do not take anything. But that's a whole different topic. We don't have to get into that specifically. But I mean, it goes into like
There's so many topics.
the pharmaceutical company are trying to keep you sick so they can just keep making money. I fully believe that.
Yeah.
So I do not take any medication. I do not take any medication. All natural, baby. If I die from a disease, then I'm not fit to live here. If my body can't fight it off, then
A bacteria.
if my body's not strong enough to fight off a bacteria, then I'm not the fittest. Survival of the fittest.
I just don't understand how you stop like a virus. It's like like Quagmire from like a. Where everybody's like 6 syringes in him, and he's like, I already have it. I'm the carrier, patient 0.
Gotcha! Ha! Hepatitis C! Joke's on you, I already got it. Meningitis! I'm the carrier. Gonorrhea! Patient 0. You're gonna have to do better than that.
I feel like that's like how you meant, like that's how you're trying to be. But the moment somebody sticks one in him that he hasn't had, just dead. I was like, I mean, you can't fight a virus.
I'm going to put that clip in the video for this.
I find that so funny. That's like the first thing that popped. He's like, if I'm not able to survive a virus, then I'm not fit to live here. And that's the first thing that popped in my head.
Yeah.
But, dude, I remember our meditation session. You remember that meditation session we had?
Yeah.
I think that was good. I feel like
that was dope.
I'm gonna have to do one with you.
Yeah, you need to. I think you'd like it. Just real quick on that meditation thing. If you ever meditate and you do it with somebody who else does, like somebody else who meditates, share your experience with them. That is key. Because we both had different experiences when we meditate, and we both tried ours. Like, so I tried his and he tried mine. It's so cool. It's so interesting what you hear and what people like think about when they meditate.
Yeah.
I find that so cool.
Yeah, because I mean, whenever we were talking about it, so before I met him and we did this meditation session, whenever I would meditate, I would just sit there and breathe and just focus on my breathing and being in the present. No, like if a thought came to my mind, acknowledge the thought, but let it slip away. Just focusing on how my body feels in the moment. And then whenever I meditated with him, he's like, I don't do that shit.
I do. It's like whenever you do we listen to rainforest sounds.
We listen to rainforest sounds.
Rainforest sounds. So what I do is 10 minutes. It was 10 minutes. And right?
Yeah, it was about 10 minutes.
So about like the first like 3 minutes, you kind of it's like I do the same thing you do. You kind of breathe. You kind of let your body relax. And once you do that, dude, you go into your own space because your body will fully relax and you can't feel anything. And all you can think, it's like it's almost like you're in this like a sleeping phase, like you're almost like in a dream. And what you do is like whenever I base my sound, like so wherever I hear like sound, so I heard a rainforest. So it's pretty cool. I put myself in like this little tent. I built a little tent in my head, like made out of like sticks and trees and stuff. And then I put a little fire and a little chair. And I just imagine myself just kind of staring out into the rainforest and watching it. But you're away from everybody. Like you can't hear it. Once you do that, once you're able to picture what you're thinking and you can almost see it, that's when you know you're at peace. Because that's when you're away from everybody.
Wow.
So
It's really cool.
I love that. I like the energy one though too, because I like the feel that.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any more questions for you, Kel. Is there any other questions that you had?
I didn't see Kale's.
No. I think we're good.
Is there another question?
How do you get juicy?
Tucker, how do you get juicy? Answer that from a boy. The dude who asked this, by the way, Chance Stark, shout out to you.
Yeah.
He's already juiced. He did competitive bodybuilding, so just give him some advice right now. How do you get juicy?
You want me to be honest? Just go ahead and start injecting. I mean,
Just do what
No,
you gotta
yeah, that's about it. And juicy, you want to get juice? Go for it.
do. Do you have any questions or anything you want to ask me or Kale?
Damn, I didn't even think about that. Give me a sec.
I'll give you a sec.
What's just if you could give one piece of advice, like for someone starting in the gym, what is the one thing that you would say to them?
Whenever you go to the gym, never look around. Never think about what other people are thinking about you. Always worry about yourself. No one is judging you in the gym. All you're in the gym to do is get better, and so is everybody else. So work on yourself and forget that anyone's around you. That's all I gotta say.
I love that. I love that because as
Everyone's there for a reason.
people that go to the gym, they're self-conscious. You have to understand everybody else is too. Everybody's thinking the exact same thing as you.
Everybody has their flaws.
Everybody has their flaws. So you just got to block that out in order to go forward.
Okay. I do have a question. For y'all. Just man, that went really sensitive. I got a question. Why do you do like calisthenics? I love calisthenics. I've never been good at them, but why do you prefer calisthenics over like what I do, like lifting like weights and bars and all that?
So I love calisthenics because I think it is vitally important to be in control of your own body. I think it's, I don't know
It's
the
just
way to describe it.
interesting, you know. Just be able
have
to
full
be in
control of your
control of your
body.
body. Yeah.
To
You
be
can do
able-
whatever you wanted to.
To have control of your own body, to be able to do those crazy, like the human flag and the straight arm plank and all the crazy stuff that you do. I think being able to do that is something that not a lot of people can do. So that's one reason I like it. It's just
Exactly.
like not a lot of people can do it.
I know, I
So
got
whenever
humbled
you
really
can do
quick.
it, it's like people are like, oh shit.
It's like, yo, teach me that or something.
Yeah, because that's what. Yeah, because I got humbled. I thought I could do it. I had abs. I was like instantly, it's like, yeah, I got abs. Let me try this. I tried it, and busted my ass.
Yeah.
I got humbled.
You gotta
so
do your
fast.
abs.
But another reason is whenever you're doing calisthenics, it's pretty much all body weight stuff. So anybody can do it. It's push-ups, sit-ups, dips, pull-ups. Like that's what I did whenever I was training all my calisthenic stuff.
Just work on your
And-
shoulders and abs. That's what I do.
But what I love most about it is I felt stronger than I ever have in my entire life. I knew I wasn't as strong as I had ever been because I didn't weigh as much I had and I knew I couldn't bench as much, but I felt the strongest that I have ever been. And I think it's just because I knew I had complete control over my body.
The one thing I do like about calisthenics, and I got that from both y'all, was just how like everything, like your shoulders and your abs and your arms are just so broad. It's like, and y'all have like the little, I don't have it.
obliques.
I got the little love handles, man. But I mean that goes with bulking too. You know, it comes with, and that's why I do it in the winter because I'm super insecure. So it's like I always wear oversized clothes. I mean, except for now. But like you know, most times like it's oversized clothes. Like I hate people seeing. Like I can't be seen fat.
Yeah.
It's just my biggest thing. Like I love to look good.
Yeah.
And that was my biggest thing too. That I had to overcome that to be able to bulk, and like that was a mindset thing. But I always wanted to try calisthenics. I wanted to do calisthenics, but I never knew what to do because nobody would ever do them.
So maybe that's
Yeah, we
something
can do
that you
something.
can do for the community is write up a calisthenic workout for people to do.
I'll do that.
Because I mean, obviously Tucker would benefit from it.
Teach
so
me that, and you can come lift with me.
Yeah.
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 You
together
too.
and do
You're
it.
coming to lift
I'll
with me
come
too,
lift with you
and I'll
too.
come do your calisthenics stuff.
Um,
Oh gosh.
before we end it, is there for anybody that has a question for you or wants to reach out to you for your diet plan or whatever you do, where's a good place that they could do that?
I'd probably just either like in our Discord, just Discord, because I'm on his fitness thing a lot.
So we actually aren't in Discord anymore.
Oh yeah,
we
we
switched
are on the
everything to
Discord.
Facebook.
Okay,
Is
that's
that,
what I'm
like,
to
do
do.
you
I
have
gotta
an
get.
Instagram or anything that
I
people
do have
can hit you up on?
Instagram.
Or TikTok.
Yeah, I'd say Instagram if anything. Instagram, and if somebody was, probably not Snapchat. Just Instagram's just easier.
Yeah.
Just ask me there because I can see it.
Okay.
But, nah, dude. I completely forgot y'all did dude, I've been on Discord for days now. I was like,
Really?
dude, it's been so quiet. I was like,
You need to get a Facebook.
I do. I need.
Because we do everything on Facebook now.
I know y'all are old. Y'all are old.
Well, the reason we started switching everything over to Facebook is because there's like the majority of people in the world are more familiar with Facebook than they are Discord. With Discord, it's like a whole new learning curve, and so everybody
That's
already
how it is
knows
for
how
me,
to use Facebook.
because I barely use Facebook.
Oh, yeah,
so I'm
dude.
learning Facebook, but I'm like, what?
I got around Discord fine.
Yeah.
I think, but Facebook's gonna be a
Exactly.
struggle. I'm gonna have to have my mom teach me. Like I'm gonna have to ask my mom how to use Facebook. I never thought that day would come.
Well, Tucker, I really appreciate you appearing on this podcast, dropping your
Yes, thank
knowledge and
Yeah, thank y'all for having
giving
me.
us. Mark, you as well. I appreciate you
I appreciate
stepping
it.
in and giving your advice and opinion for the other perspective of people that go to the gym. So thank you.
Thank y'all for having me. That was fun. I like that.